Okay. Doing a little different of a format. I kind of hate recording and editing Transformer reviews, and I haven't done any Transformer reviews in a long time because I've just got too many of them, and I didn't review them one by one as I got them, and now there's just too many. But I got this guy right here, Missing Link, C-01 and C-02. This is the C-02 right here. I've already opened him. We're going to open C-01 live on the stream. This thing, so there is a mushroom peg in here that allows the elbow or the shoulder rotation. This thing can go up like that, can go like that, can go back and forth. This thing can move in incredible different ways. And then the shoulder can move upwards like this. And just the amount of articulation you have on these arms, and then the elbows are on a ratchet. This thing is just ridiculous. Same here, ratchet. The knees are on a ratchet. You can move the legs out like this, out like this. He's got thigh rotation. He has, the bicep rotation. The feet have a ankle pivot on it, just like so. So you got your ankle pivot, and then now this is the tightest part for me, like physically tight, but he's got an ab crunch. I mean, there's not much more that you could ask for from this thing. The gun that he came with is painted. He's got an axe here that's better than the axe that comes with the Centurion pack for Earthrise Prime. The head here, those are the anime colors. So this guy is the anime version. Now, there are stickers for him that I may put on, but I think that the stickers that this guy comes with are mostly just if you want to add on like all the detail from the toy version of him. But I like him kind of like this because he's just like in show version. And so all I really need is the show version. The only stickers I might put on go here on the bumper. They add in the yellow that's kind of missing right there. We'll get into that in a little bit, and I'll do some comparisons and stuff. But so we've got this, and then we're going to open up this guy and do a few comparisons with this as well. So I ordered these from Ami Ami, which is a online Japanese retailer. Doing business with them was delightful. You place your pre-order, and then you select your PayPal, and then they send you a payment request for it, which I really liked. So they don't just charge you, and you're like, oh, God, I don't have enough money, or I got to save up them. No, they send you the payment request, you pay them, and then they send you this. And DHL basically overnighted this thing to me. Like, this thing got here in under 48 hours from Japan, DHL. I was very impressed by these. So the reason I needed both, because the anime version right here has different colors, and I like what this anime version looks like. This guy here, the toy color version, comes with the trailer, which the anime version doesn't. The anime version comes in this box here, and you get this. So if you want the trailer, but you like the anime deco, you got to get them both, because this is the toy version. So let's put this aside for 1 second. We'll put that there. And this is my first ever live unboxing on YouTube or stream. I'm really, really impressed with what the Japanese did with this. Like, not only did they recreate like the original G1 box, this thing actually comes in styrofoam. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, there's that. This thing actually coming in styrofoam, it makes me feel like I'm an 8-year-old kid again, like pulling out a Transformer in styrofoam. Seeing an Optimus Prime in styrofoam like this, it makes me feel 8 years old again. It's pretty amazing. So, okay, he comes packaged in like this. Right here, you've got a gold matrix of leadership, or is that green? I think that's gold, but it could be green. I'm a little colorblind, I'm sorry, but it's either gold or it's green. But he comes with this golden one, whereas the anime edition comes with one that's colored cartoon style. So You get this creation matrix with the toy version, and you get the anime version with the anime one. So that's cool. So that's what we got going on as far as the matrix goes, and they should be the exact same mold, just different colors. Um, yeah, it's cool. Okay, and then we get an Energon axe, which is a slightly different color. It's got a hinge on it to go on the hand. This seems to open better than that one does. But we got the Energon axe, and then we're gonna have some trees here. Okay, these are gonna be his missiles, and then we got the wheels for roller right here. All right, and then he comes with the same gun, but you'll see the anime version has the inside of the gun painted, whereas this one's just a solid black because it's the toy colors. Right? Yeah. Okay. So there are some subtle differences in this. Okay, and then you get the hose and the little fuel pump, and I guess that's a gun or something for roller. This is all classic stuff. Okay, and then you get this silver painted roller here that now has like this swivel on it so that, oh, that's cool. So he's got his little red light that he's supposed to have, or it can swivel for a gun mount. Now that's a newly remolded part for the Missing Link version. So you got roller here. And then you got Optimus here. And if I remember correctly, yeah, you're supposed to push to the back, push it out, and then it should just slide right out. Oh, that came out just like hot butter. Okay, look at that. Styrofoam. Not great for the environment, but oh my god, is this what my nostalgia requires? Okay, so it comes on these little plastic sheets that are supposed to help you pull it out if you're having trouble, but so here we go. Now, the first thing that, well, hang on. Well, the first thing that you will notice about these two guys, as far as differences go, with the anime version, he's got one Autobot symbol that's just like a white outline. It's just like a white outline on his shoulder, which is how he was drawn in the cartoon. So in the cartoon, all he had was the Autobot symbol on his shoulder. Whereas the toy version has Autobot symbols on each shoulder because they were stickers originally. So that's cool. And oh wow, look at that. You need no stickers on this because it all comes just pre-tampoed on there. This is just incredible. So if you've never messed with a G1 Optimus Prime before, it's very simple how you transform this guy. And okay, so normally on a regular G1, the fists would be stored in here, which would be where the Diaclone pilot goes, that it wouldn't have come with because it was a transformer. Now you can see in here that they have the original seats here for Diaclone figures, who would be the pilots of this, but it comes with this inlay here, which this is silver for the Matrix. Now, here, the anime version comes with a black inlay because, again, that's the color it was in the cartoon. So they actually molded in some slots right here, which you can see on either side, and the tray plugs into these slots. So it's actually, when you put it in here, it's very secure. So yeah, that just plugs right in there. And on the Missing Link version, so you just start by pulling the legs a little free and move them like that. And then the feet will fold up. Oh my God, look at all the detail. Like the details here on this and this. Those would be stickers originally, but now they're tampographed on here. Now, instead of the fists being pieces that go in here that are part forming, the fists actually fold inside of the body so that when you pull it out, this piece, which is the headlight of the truck, will now turn and become the hand of the robot. Just like you pull it out like that, and then you go like that. All right. And then the arms move to the sides like this, which this transform is how we transformed in the animation. It's very simple, worked just like the toy. And there you go. That's Missing Link 02. No, this is 01. Yeah. Missing Link 01 in the toy colors. So here they both are. And again, he can do, okay, this is cool. The wheel actually is on a hinge here. So the wheel can go up and he can do pretty much a whole splits if you want him to. Which, Jesus. Okay, that's a little tight, but he's got that thigh swivel. Now here's something that is new. Now, they had to have two pieces here so that they could, I guess, yeah, so they could pin in the thigh swivel, or what is that? The top of the leg swivel or the hip. I can't talk. This is where words fail me. So in order to get the hips pegged in there, these have to be two separate parts. And they've got two little pegs here where they should go together, but they don't want to stay together. That is my one complaint about this, is that these keep coming apart. And I see that as being a piece that could get fragile over time or be delicate. So you got to be delicate with the two pieces under here. I've thought about using plastic glue to like fix them together, but somehow I feel like that would not be a good idea. So you just got to be careful of that. But besides from that one bit, this thing is so perfect. Like, look at this. Look at the details on the arms. They are tampographed and molded in here, so no stickers required. Tampo, molded. Then you can see the head here. This is my first time looking up close. Yeah, the head is ultra in original like toy colors versus the anime edition. You can 100% see the difference of how these are painted. The toy versus the anime. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you can pose this guy pretty much any way you want to. And he's here for it. Okay, let's open him up. Oh, that's epic. That is epic. So there's your creation matrix in him. Now this is fully painted in the middle, so there's no light piping going on this one. But this one here is a completely different story. This guy can light your darkest hour. So light piping all the way on this guy. He is, yeah, the light piping works really well on his matrix. That's great, isn't it? So that is C-01 and C-02. C-02 is the anime colors. C-01 is the original toy colors. Let's open this trailer and take a look at the inside of it. Ooh. Ooh, this plastic. Ooh. Oh my God. Look at that. Pre-applied stickers. Whew. I feel like I'm in the 80s all over again. Now this, I think, is newly made. Like, I'm pretty sure that this can detach somehow, right? I am pretty sure that the combat deck actually comes off, which I will have to look at the instructions about this, but if you've never messed with the G1 Optimus Prime before, this is basically what the trailer looks like. It opens up. This is oversized battle platform. It's got a robot in here. You would have a pilot that would fit in here. That closes. This opens. That goes like this. Take these missiles off the tree. I wonder how good of spring loading this thing has. Oh, these feel pretty strong. Okay. Yeah, spring loading missiles work. Watch out, 1980s. Spring loaded missiles work just fine. Okay, and Optimus is a warrior, so we need to give him his gun. So there he is with the gun. And then the axe just opens like that. Just take his arm, close the fist, Pop it on over his fist and close it. And then he's got his Energon axe. This Energon axe is pretty dope, I gotta say. I like the Energon axe. I think I like the color on the toy version better than the anime version. But then, let's see here. Roller. So much plastic. It's so wasteful, but again, 1980s, man. This shit was the shit when I was a kid. Like G1 Optimus Prime, I never had a G1 Optimus Prime. I'm too young to have ever had, but I had a G2 Optimus Prime, so I got to experience it. Okay, so now you got his little fuel pump dealio here, which just has a little cable that connects the two pieces. And then you can plug it in here so the roller can go around and supply fuel to everybody. But there are some pegs in here, so you can also peg it in on the trailer and have this be like a refueling point. And then let's pop off these wheels real quick. And whatchamacallit, the C-02 includes stickers and a card and instructions. I'm sure this has all of that. We'll get to that in 1 second. Just tree, recycle. And these just pop on here. Okay, this is something that's going to be different. So these pegs right here on the back of Roller were originally meant for this thing to like plug in here, and then it would launch Roller off. This does not appear to do that anymore. Okay. Okay, somehow this releases. I know that it does. Wait. Is that... Oh. Okay, this comes off of here somehow. I know that it does. But I don't want to force anything because I don't want to break it. So let us open the instructions and see what they have to say about this. My trusty Decepticon knife here. Let's see what the instructions here have to say on the matter. Oh, wow. So there are a ton of stickers here. This thing is not fully stickered out, which, how could it be, right? So they do include the stickers for the trailer and some for him. So just like with C-02, there are stickers. I don't know if I'm going to put that on live. Let's see here. Comes with a decoder, so you can see his battle stats. The decoder is for that again. Very 1980s. Makes me feel like a kid again. There is the card. This one feels a bit flimsier than the card that came with C-02. But nonetheless, there it is. Cybertron. I always thought that was weird that the Autobots were called the Cybertrons in Japan. That was always weird to me. More than meets the eye. Takara Tomy. There's some classic artwork, and there's your obligatory book with all of your info about the stuff and things. They both come with this. I'm not going to get into that live. But they both come with this booklet. That's cool. Now instructions. Let's see what the instructions say about taking the battle platform apart. I know most of this. Let's see here. Okay. It does not say a whole lot about taking the thing off. Except, oh, see, there you go. It's just in a little slide clip there, and then it rolls right off. Okay, So that comes off and can be an independent rolling thing, which that actually is cartoon accurate because there was, I think, that one scene in More Than Meets the Eye, the very first episode ever, where Prime tries to engage Megatron and he gets his battle platform like that, and Megatron blows it up. So that is show accurate. And that's why they lost the launcher for Roller, because this now comes off and is an independent unit. And the instructions do indeed show that you can store his gun. Let's see here. His gun is supposed to get stored right there on the trailer. So he comes with trailer storage for his weapon right there. And then the little fuel thingy-majig is indeed supposed to plug in right here. So you've got a port here for it to plug in on the platform. So that's cool. That's really cool. And then you can have this roll into battle with him, or you can have it be here as part of the thing. I'm so glad I didn't try to force that off of there. And then you get Roller in here. And then the cool thing with Roller is that he can now take Prime's gun and also go into battle. Which he can pew pew bang bang, as Emgo would say. Roller is supposed to be an independent unit, but he's also part of Prime, so they're kind of like connected. So that's cool. Or you can just have him be standard Roller with the little red light. That is really dope. Okay. And then this guy folds up like so in here, and we'll go down, and Roller will be in there with him. And then we can have the fuel pump plugged in over here. And then the trailer will close up like so. Fuel pump's getting in the way. Okay. There we go. And then you can just store stuff in, and it closes up like this. So that is a remolded, remade 40th anniversary Prime trailer. Now, let's see what this thing says as far as the stickers go. Yeah, it's got a whole thing about putting the stickers on there. There's like this little Go sticker here. Like, there's like a whole thing. I'm not going to sit here and put on all these stickers live, but I probably will put these stickers on here. Now, yeah, I'm going to put on these stickers. I'm just not going to do it on the stream. Now, I would be remiss if I did not do at least a few comparisons of stuff. So let's get to the obligatory comparisons of this. So you can decide which you like better. I personally think I like the anime version better. I like the color of the Matrix, and I like the color of the Matrix the tray for it. I really do like Prime's face. I like all the inlay of all of the details on here. This looks absolutely fantastic. I even like having the molded details on the anime version, even without like them painted in. And to be honest, I could put on the stickers and have him have those details, but why when I have these both? So the details are just in there, and I love it. Now, let's compare this guy, our toy version, right, to a 2018 Walmart reissue of Optimus Prime. Already, I can just show you, he can't even completely stand up all the way. He kind of wants to tilt backwards. Now, I have a third-party Energon axe on him. This Energon axe is crap compared to this Energon axe. This is a third-party. I've also got a third-party, Sideswipe jetpack on him, but let me take that off. So this guy, the elbow moves, the shoulder moves due to transformation, but that's about all you can get from there. And then the leg, You can bend the knee and you can move the leg back, but again, that's due to transformation mostly. The foot will bend back, but again, that's due to transformation. Aside from that, this is how he stands. Now, this is a third-party rifle on him. The normal rifle that comes with Prime is molded in such a way that he can't even properly hold the damn thing. Now, what is kind of cool is that Hasbro or Takara kind of stole third-party idea, because check it out right here in my 2018 Walmart reissue of him, Matrix tray with a Matrix in it. Now this is third party. So third party came up with this idea of doing a Matrix tray and putting a Matrix of leadership in there. They did that a long time ago. So that's nothing new. But what Takara has done here is basically just stolen their idea, which, you know, is pretty cool. So that's a G1 Prime next to the missing link. And you can see just how posed up these guys are here. There's really no comparison. I mean, he can't move the same way that these guys can. And they've got those ratchets. And you know what? I expected these guys to be like a floppy mess when I messed with them, but they're not. They really aren't. Like, these joints are so stiff. Like, one of these guys is going to replace this guy is going to replace this G1 2018 Walmart reissue on the shelf. I mean, this is just what's happening. It's better. So, okay. So that's a G1 him, right? G1 Prime. Let's put these guys aside for a second. Again, I'll do the stickers later. Blah, blah, blah. So, I just showed you guys the trailer. Let's look at a G1 trailer. Now, this is not a real G1 trailer. I am ashamed to say this is a high-quality Chinese knockoff of the original G1 Optimus Prime trailer. I don't actually have a real G1 trailer. You know, this Optimus Prime here is only $40. And it's made with duplicates of the original molds. So for all intents and purposes, because it comes from a duplicate of the actual original mold, I mean, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. The only telltale sign that this thing isn't real is that it's got a T2 on the bottom. And that T2 indicates that the mold that was used for this was for Generation 2. But obviously, it's in the G1 colors, the G1 stickers. So, ergo, it's the same thing, just it's I mean, knockoff isn't even the right word. It's a unauthorized reproduction or replica or unauthorized manufacturing. But anyway, the point is, let me go, and I've got the G2 sound box on here. There's a reason the G2 is my shit. But I do have the original sound box on here, which in a second we're going to test and see if it fits onto the missing link. Come on. This guy is a little more harder to open. There we go. So, God, this thing is dusty as all fuck. Sorry about that. Dusty AF. Come on. Now you can see it with all the stickers in here and all of the labels and everything. And this one, see, it's got a launcher in there that's supposed to launch roller out. But this roller doesn't have the little rotating gear thingy or the light on there. So you just get the gun on there. But this is how he looks with all the stickers in there. You can see the stickers. Yeah, I'll put all those stickers on. See, this fucking Chinese reproduction of this even reproduced the original stickers, the original box, the original instructions, the original styrofoam, like, and they were selling them for $40 on eBay. If you didn't know what you were getting, like if you didn't know what you were actually looking at, it would just seem like somebody selling a reissue of Optimus for $40. never realizing that it's made using a duplicate of the original mold. Which, anyway, that's what the original trailer looks like. And now that we've seen the changes, let's see if the Generation 2 soundbox can fit with the Missing Link trailer. Because one of the things that this thing is designed to do is to allow the Sentry Bot to come up like this, so that when Prime is driving, he can have his guns out like this, which is actually, he does this in the Generation 2 comic book, where he drives with this thing just firing and just unloading its guns. It's one of the coolest panels that was ever drawn for Transformers. But it's got a hole up here so they can come out here, and it's also supposed to be able to come out of the front, I believe. Yeah. So that you can also have him like this, have a weaponized war trailer, I guess. You can have it, yeah. So, but when they redid this for Generation 2, they designed the sound box. Okay, that's just shot off. They redesigned the sound box to fit into this slot. So let's see if, oh, snap, it works. So there you go. G2 soundbox works with Missing Link trailer. And then, since we started off with the toy version in vehicle mode, let's transform the anime version here. If you want, I can do that little transformer noises I used to make when I was a kid. Okay, then you get Prime as a trailer here, turn into truck, badass truck. And then these supports get moved back like so. And then boom. And the cool thing about the sound box is it basically becomes like a refrigerator unit on the 18-wheeler, which they made this thing work so good. Like, he can completely pivot and maneuver around this thing. That's why I always loved having the sound box on here, because it's just such a cool little thing. So G2 sound box is compatible with that. And again, that just opens and clips shut. And he's the exact same as your toy color version, the anime version. So let's see here. Now, I made a custom G2 Optimus Prime using repro labels and a little bit of clever 3D printing. So this is actually my G2 Earthrise Optimus Prime here. This is a $200 G2 Earthrise Optimus Prime made using 3 different non-F production upgrade kits, using a 3D printed sound box. It's a faux sound box. It doesn't actually work, but it could, I guess, if you knew how to do all that stuff. And then repro labels to make G2, and then a Nemesis Prime black trailer. So give me a second here. Let's transform him up real quick. So we're going to bring Earthrise into this, which I know isn't really fair comparing against G2, but come on. Give me 1 second here. I think this is like, what, 32 steps or something? I'm really looking forward to Studio Series 86 Prime. I will say that. Optimus Prime is one of my favorite characters, without fail. And I am looking forward to the Studio Series 86 Prime. And this Earthrise Prime is quite possibly one of my favorite Primes ever made. I have many and more of him. All right. Alrighty. So, what am I doing wrong? Stop fighting me. So, here is your G1 Prime versus an Earthrise Prime. And you can see that the trailer is bigger on this, but the cabs are basically the same size. So that always bothered me a little. I wish that third party or, I don't know, Hasbro themselves or Takara would come out with a better trailer for this guy. Because just imagine Earthrise, but having this fucking trailer on him. He would be absolutely unstoppably perfect. Which, Earthrise is a far cry, but you know. And as you can see inside mine, I have all of the stickers as well as roller. And I've got the robot in there, and I've got the seats, and I've got the guns, and I've got the sound box attaching. I've got a pretty cool G2 Earthrise Optimus Prime. Mine's one of a kind, and I'm very proud of him. But okay, so really quick. That's a comparison of the trailers. We'll put that there. Let's turn him back into a robot real fast. See how fast I can transform an Earthrise Prime. Alrighty. So, now we've got G2 Prime, and if you look, I even gave him the little bullet holes that Prime has in his head in the foil cover for the G2 comic. I even did that so that he would match up with the foil comic. He would have the same little bullet holes as he has in the comic. I am pretty proud of my G2 Earthrise Optimus Prime. I won't lie about that. So, here's G2 Earthrise Prime compared to Missing Link 01. And you know what? I feel like Missing Link, with his new articulation and all that going on, this guy, you could actually almost like pretend that, you know, he just doesn't have the same articulation to kind of match up. But now with Missing Link, you could pretend that, like the movie Ninja Turtles Forever, you know, Source Dimension, Source Turtles. You could have the Source Dimension, Source Optimus, and he could literally stand in with your modern day robots and lead them and just be as good as one of these guys. Like, the articulation is basically the same. I mean, he's got the same articulation. It's wild. It's just absolutely wild. So we will take that out of here and we'll park our anime color one here. And let's do a few comparisons. What do we say? So we'll first get the Decepticons out of the way. Here's Missing Link with Megatron. Ooh, look at that glare. Yeah, here's G1 Megatron. And here is the new Walmart reissue of Starscream with the Tampon face. So he looks good with any of these figures, but their articulation is just, he's in a league of his own compared to these guys. Sure, Starscream can raise his arms and point a gun at him. Megatron can point two guns at him. But he can't really do much else. The articulation, did you know, the hinges in Megatron is like the most fragile part. I would not really have my money on Megatron or Starscream if they had to go up against this Optimus. It's not what's going to happen here. So, already, he's outclassing his enemies. And here he is with Hot Rod. Again, Hot Rod looks good with him. He does. But all he can do is bend his elbows. And besides from that, he can't move. And again, he just outclasses everybody because all Hot Rod can do is bend his freaking elbows. And then again, here he is with Cliff. But again, all he can do is move his arms. So he can't really do much to help out. Missing Link is here pulling all the weight on his own because he's got all the articulation. So, not Cliff, huh? Well, here he is with Ironhide. I guess Ironhide can move his arms, but not really. He can point his penis gun at you if you want. But again, I don't know how they get many more Missing Links out of these. Okay. What about backup from Hound? No. Hound, he can't even raise his arm or his gun to point properly. He can shoot a missile at you. But again, all of his articulation is kind of lost on anyone who could back him up. Okay, Prowl could back him up. But again, Prowl can bend his elbows and move his shoulders. And that is it. Aside from that, he's not doing much to help Prime out. And then Jazz, again, he can move his shoulders and his arms, and that's about it. So here he is with Jazz and Prowl. But I gotta say, he doesn't really fit with these figures anymore because the articulation is just out of this world. And these guys, well, they're awesome figures. Don't get me wrong. This is my childhood here. I love these things. They don't really hold a candle to this Missing Link anymore. He's kind of outclassed them all. So he more fits in with your modern day figures. Like these guys could follow him into battle. RC here and Ariel, they could definitely go into battle with him. And their articulation matches his articulation, if anything. God, it's so bright. But these two, you know, you can have them pose doing all these crazy things holding their guns. You can get RC in a pose like this, and she's sitting there taking cover while shooting, you know, and she can hold that pose. Whereas you can have Ariel also just taking, you know, cover and firing. And she can hold that pose. And then, now, he can hold a pose too. And it's just like, the posability of the original figures just makes them all lost on this guy. It's just night and day. So the Missing Link is dope. I absolutely love it. I don't think it fits with any other G1 figure now. If anything, he's a Prime who's shown up for another reality, and some Autobots who are in need of leadership from an Optimus Prime are going to follow him now because he's like the original Optimus. That's basically the story I'm going to go with because he does not really fit on that G1 shelf, except I got two of them, so he will go on that G1 shelf. But good Lord, does he not fit with them anymore? He doesn't fit with them at all. So there we go. Yeah, it's too bright in here for these white figures. But anyway, that is the Missing Link. Like I said, let's see here. Oh, wow. Oh, are you kidding me? He also has a waist swivel? I didn't know about that. He has a waist swivel? Are you kidding me? Okay, so he's got a waist swivel. And let's see here. He's got that ab crunch. So he can really just pose up a storm. And it's not even funny the amount of posability that this guy is capable of doing. Like, it is just ridiculous how posable this thing is. Other Transformers, the other G1, they just don't hold up. Anyway, Ami Ami is where I got mine. I've been hearing that it's all sold out, But working with AmiAmi and ordering from them out of Japan was delightful. And I really, really like this thing, and I highly recommend it. Anybody can get a hold of it, do it because you won't regret it. Missing link, it's where it's at. I can't wait to see what the next missing link is, but I'm having a hard time imagining what could reach this level of articulation. Anyway, see you guys.